So come on, guys. Then where is your applause? Hello, Edwin and
Hello.
Natalia.
Hi.
Great having you here.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Wow, that's always the best moment to sit down here. So how are you doing? How are you enjoying Hanover Fair? And how was your day so far, Edwin?
Marvelous. Perfect day.
All right, that's good. And Natalia?
Wonderful, great show.
So now we got this. I'm going to introduce the two of here to you. We got Natalia Schuler-Böhm. She's the head of ecosystem growth and success working at Siemens. So the job title already says it all. And we got a former Siemens colleague. I'm always happy to have those colleagues coming back to us and sharing the story. Edwin Schiersat, he is the head of sales and calculation department at TRIPS. Now, Natalia, I'm going to start with you. Hannover Messe, all over the place, we hear about these innovations which are shown. It's all about AI, digital twins. But in regards of the food and beverage industry, we have technologies, for example, like batch manufacturing. Can you tell us more about it? For example, where is it used and which advantages to come along in batch manufacturing?
Yes, exactly. So let's look into batch manufacturing today. So how to understand batch manufacturing? So mainly it's used in the process industry, for example, food and beverage industry, chemical industry, and pharma industry. And it certainly has some advantages because you can make the changes for production between the batches quite easily. So it's also useful for customized orders and smaller orders, and those are the benefits for sure. But if you look into the manufacturing facilities, we see certain challenges and we see a certain need for digitalization. And this is exactly where we need technology and why we need technology. So the lack of digitalization is even kicking in prior to the facility completion, which means in the project phase when a factory is built. But what we also observe are with certainty also efficiency problems in the daily course of the manufacturing process.
So your list of challenges definitely is long and impressive and hard to solve, I suppose. Can you shed some light on them, Edwin, in regards of, based on your experience working on a day-to-day basis with customers closely, especially in manufacturing?
Yes, let me give you two examples. One is about the CapEx phase of projects. That means capital expenditure phase. This is when projects are being implemented. Time is very critical in this phase, and usually there is little time. And any time saving can be very helpful here, for example. A second example stems from the OPEX phase, which is the operational expenditure phase. This is when, the production happens. And here, efficiency can suffer from lack of digitalization, for example.
Can you give us an example of daily life?
Of course. Let's start with that.
Yeah, so the daily life example, it's clear, it's important because we need to understand how actually to reduce those challenges, and both, as you said, in the CapEx and the OPEX phase. Yeah? So let's zoom in into production. So what do we have in the production? We normally have production orders. Yeah? And those production orders need to be transferred from the dispatching units, so the planning units, and the plant operators. And the thing is, this is happening in the vast majority of time in a highly paper-bound manner, which means this is labor-intense, first of all, and secondly, it also suitable that human errors can occur. This is quite natural. And exactly this is happening. Those errors are happening when transferring the data and the information from such a digital system to paper, but also vice versa.
Okay, so in regards of production orders, what do we do there?
Well, the production orders need to be transferred from top floor to shop floor. This is exactly what the ISA 95 process requires. It requires the manufacturers, the top floor, to tell the shop floor what to produce, how much to produce, and when to produce. And on the other hand, the shop floor needs to give a feedback to the management area, the top floor, how much was produced, when it was produced, and as well as what was consumed to make that production possible. And these are two specific challenges which you have prepared for today.
Okay, so you mentioned one example, you have a second one. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, the second example is about the CapEx area because there time is being lost. And we can see that these two challenges during the OPEX and CapEx area may be solved by one common solution to that.
So which solutions do you have in mind then, Natalia?
Yeah, the solution is about, well, not a surprise, connecting the shop floor with the top floor. So this is nothing new, and it's also not surprising, but it's actually the question about how to do so. And this is about connecting the automation system with the IT system, for example, ERP and MES.
Okay. Now, Siemens solution partner TRIPS has a viable solution which addresses the challenges which you mentioned before. Edwin, can you tell us more about it?
We call that solution JobManager. The JobManager is there to ensure a perfect integration of semantic batch API interface with top floor IT systems like MES, which stands for Manufacturing Execution Systems, or ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning Systems like SAP.
Okay, and what are the benefits of this job manager, connecting top floor to shop floor?
The job manager is there exactly to make the ISA 95 process work. So all production manufacturing orders which need to be transferred from the top floor to shop floor, these can happen in an automatic way. There is no need of doing that on paper. You don't need to transfer your data from shop floor IT systems on paper and then back again into digitalized systems in manufacturing. And even the feedback of information from shop floor to top floor will happen automatically. So batches can start in a sequential manner or in a timely manner. No human errors will occur ever again. There will be no quality loss because information is wrong. No stock depletion might happen because the warehouse management has not been informed on time on declining stocks. And on the other hand, in the CapEx area, due to the perfect integration of semantic batch API with top floor systems, these time can be heavily reduced. So the implementation time of connecting shop floor to top floor.
Okay. Natalia, job manager and Siemens accelerator, is that a match?
Yes, for sure. It's a match. So the job manager, it's very unique for me because it's not only connecting systems, as you said, it's also connecting departments. For example, as we were talking about the dispatching, scheduling departments, and the plant operator. So this is the one thing. And it's, of course, a perfect match for Siemens Accelerator because it does actually more. So it also connects partners in the ecosystem. Why so? Because some companies, as you know, are focusing more on the automation systems, and others are focusing more on IT systems and the IT integration. And this is how this all comes together. And this is why it's so unique for me, because it's not only connecting systems and doing the job on the shop floor, improving the batch manufacturing, but it's also connecting people.
Okay, that's great insights here. Now, Edwin, I suppose not everybody in the audience knows TRIPS and their scope. Can you shed some light on that, please? What you do as a partner to Siemens and in general?
We are a independent system integrator. We can provide you with everything about automation for process industries, for discrete manufacturing, for example, with protection systems, with drives technology. It can also be in the building areas of your facilities. At the same time, we can supplement all these offerings with IoT solutions like cloud systems to host your applications, like cybersecurity or virtualization, for example. And the best thing is that together with switching cabinets can all come from one single hand. We call it just one-stop shopping.
That's what I like most. When I go shopping, if this is one shop and I find everything what I need, this is the most convenient time, because then you have time to do something else. And I think that also applies for your customers and Siemens as well. Natalia, you got the manuals how to connect, I think, with TRIPS, and also some last final words from your side on that project?
Absolutely, sure. So yeah, this is great. You have seen the job manager, and the good news today actually that you can find the job manager and TRIPS So to find out more about trips and the Job Manager, you can do this on the Siemens Accelerator Marketplace. So I would really like to ask the audience, please scan the QR code, go to the Siemens Accelerator Marketplace and find out more about the Job Manager. This is also the place where you can connect with trips and also with Edwin and some other colleagues. So this is highly recommended, and I think we have heard a lot about Siemens Accelerator the whole week and also today. Great examples also from the food and beverage industry, like Carlsberg was talking about. So and this is where we need to connect, and I really hope, Edwin, that many people are going to connect with you to bridge the IT/OT and doing this with you.
Very much looking forward to that.
And we are looking forward to hear more success stories from the two of you working jointly together. Thank you so much for these insights. Big round of applause, that's for sure, is definitely necessary now. Come on, you guys, help me in joining here to motivate them on that great job. Now, topic aside, Edwin, how do you like working for trips? You left Siemens how many years ago?
I left Siemens around 5 years ago, but I think working with technology is always an honor to come back to this scenery and to talk about how to serve customers.
That's great. Now, you've been talking a lot to customers. What are their most pressing issues at the moment? Is there one general thing where they say, hey, I have no idea to start digital? Or have they already started digital, but they don't know how to use their data?
It can be everything from everything. So it could be, it's definitely quality, time to market, and I would say expertise. Because with the technology evolving so quickly, so fast, you need partners who are reliable, can deliver quality, and do have the expertise at the new trends and the new technologies to serve their needs.
Thank you. Great insights about the expertise. I did not think in that context, but you're so right. Natalia, does that apply for you as well? What do your customers mention most when coming here to the fair booth? Beside of that, it's the biggest and the most beautiful and most technological fair booth.
Indeed, it is. Indeed, for sure. Yeah, so as well as Edwin said, those are the challenges, but what we also see is about the question, how make sure that the project is, or the digitalization is successful, right? So how to start, let's say, small, and also how to make a scalable implementation.
Scalability, that's
Exactly.
another one.
And how to keep also like the value and the cost like in balance. This is also important. And this is why also on your journey, you need such a reliable partner as Trips to accomplish this, with the technology expertise, long-standing partnership with Siemens as well, but also addressing the challenges in the whole ecosystem. So this can also apply other partners we're working with, other companies. And this is what we see. And I'm always happy to talk with customers and about customers as well, about the industry, and really happy to have Edwin here as well.
Word, and this is the best place to talk to customers, so thank you so much. Wishing you a good time at the fair for the next 1.5 days here. Thanks, Edwin.
Thank you, Christina.
And Natalia,
Thank
great
you.
insights.
Thank you.
Round of applause once more.